Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, the voice behind ThatKaitoDan, and guys, it's RTX season once again, which means it's also time that we hear more exciting news regarding all things RWBY. The first RWBY panel has just finished as I'm recording this, and even though there is still a second one still to come, it's said to be more of the same information that's been given out, so you're getting this update now. However, if anything new does get mentioned at the second panel, I will do an update either on here or on my Twitter, which is linked in the description down below. Also, while not mentioned at today's panel, I do want to highlight that Crunchyroll now has the Japanese dub of RWBY Volume 1, 2, and 3 all packaged together as The Beginning, which is the package that's now being shown on Japanese television now on their site. The site does have the first episode ready to go if you want to check it out, and check out the amazing talent that is voicing the RWBY gang and more. As for information mentioned at today's panel, let's start with, of course, the big one. When are we gonna dive back into Remnant for RWBY Volume 5? Well folks, the answer is October 14th. Which is big on two levels. Of course, we now know the return of the main show, which is reason enough to be excited, but for me, October 14th is also one of the dates for Rooster Teeth's UK version of RTX held down in London later this year, which I'm actually gonna be at. This could mean that me and everyone else there might get to see the first episode early, or even just get a sneak peek of it. But either way, I promise that if anything is shown, I will record my reaction one way or another for the channel, so be on the lookout for that. And either way, I am super pumped now knowing how much longer we have to wait to see RWBY and the gang back in action, outside of Chibi, which also had some of its episodes coming up soon being teased for the folks at RTX. But let's add some more fuel to get the hype train rolling once more. How about 3 new trailers coming in the pipeline? On the back of RWBY getting her solo run in that character short that was released before Volume 4, it looks like the rest of Team RWBY will now be getting their own trailer as we head towards Volume 5. Now the first one is set to be focused on Weiss, and while it was shown exclusively for the folks at RTX, the stream that I was watching did accidentally have a bit of it showing off before it got cut off. Now all I've seen is just the back of Weiss's head and only briefly, but if you're wondering when me and everyone else is gonna get the chance to see it in full, have no fear, as the trailer is said to come out within the next week, and the other 2 will start coming out as we count down the days to Volume 5. Beyond that, we also got a brief look at some new merchandise, like more items being sold at Hot Topic, including shirts, wallets, dresses, and more. And that's even out right now on the site, so go and check it out. We also got more information on some figures. There's 3 new store exclusive figures for Faunus Blake, Battle Ready RWBY, and Semblance Yang available at the stores mentioned on screen, as well as Series 2 of the 3.75 inch figures now based on Team Juniper, and a brand new 6-inch Beowulf Grimm figure. On top of that, McFarlane, the group that made the awesome team posing figures, are now making a new figure, this time of RWBY in her Volume 4 gear, which is set to come out in November, so be on the lookout for that. However, there was one more big bit of merchandise info still to mention. That is, Rooster Teeth is now teaming up with FYE to release an actual Pumpkin Pete cereal, the same one that Pyro was once a mascot for, which is freaking amazing. I think these guys are also the same ones who made the Booty-O cereal for the WWE tag team The New Day, but either way, this is pretty damn sweet, and if I can grab myself a box, I'll see what I can do about recording my first bowlful and giving you all my thoughts. The panel, by the way, wasn't just Miles, Kerry, Gray, and the gals who voiced Team RWBY. We also had surprise appearances from Vic Mignogna, the voice of Crow, and one of Monty's brothers, Shivy, looking badass in his Ironwood cosplay I must say. And he gave the animation team some posters that Monty made for his Haloid and Dead Fantasy series, which is a really heartwarming moment, and much love to him, and props to Vic too for his appearance. Finally, there's two more things left to mention. While not focused exclusively on RWBY itself, the RT animation team is now working on a new mecha show that I think is called Genlock, which is coming out soon, but is apparently not coming out within the next year. Either way, I am definitely interested in this already, so sign me up for watching that. Then I gotta end with bringing up the cheeky lads on the panel being about as subtle as Nora's hammer, with mentions that maybe we should be focusing on this year's EVO, which takes place next week. EVO of course being the annual esports event that is often the scene of many fighting game tournaments. It stands to reason then that the high demand for a RWBY fighting game may indeed be coming true. We'll just have to check in next week during the event to find out. But that's it for the video folks. There was also a Q&A segment that closed out the panel, but there really wasn't much of note there worth mentioning. And either way, we've still got a lot to digest as it is already. The likely reveal of a RWBY fighting game, a ton of merchandise news, the release of a freaking RWBY serial, a brand new animated series in the works, and of course, Volume 5 hype aplenty. We have so much to look forward to, and the road to Volume 5 starts now, with the next stop being the incoming arrival of a brand new trailer. Are you guys excited for Volume 5? What did you like the most out of the news that the RWBY shared this year? And are you at RTX right now? And how's your day going? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're at it, hit the subscribe and bell buttons to make sure you get every new video from me as they drop. Plus, follow me on Twitter through the link in the description where I share anything RWBY related, as well as talk about upcoming videos and more. But that's it for now. Tune in next time, and again, if you're at RTX, I hope you're having a blast. Until next time folks, have a good day or good night, and peace out.